Hello, my name's Dialectrix. I'm with the AU Review at the Come Together Festival at Luna Park 2013. Check it out. What's happening? All the way from Newtown to here to Rocket.
Other side of the bridge.
Other side of the bridge, mate. Us Southies and you Northies, we don't get along.
It's the real rivalry.
The real rivalry. The bridge rivalry.
Who needs the origin? Well, it's as a Sydneyite or whatever we call ourselves. There's it's been great watching Come Together change over the last decade, and in the last few years, it's been supporting Aussie hip hop. And what does it mean to be a part of this festival?
I feel very special. I feel very privileged. As I've told some people in the past, I don't pay a massive amount of attention to who likes my music. Do that as a conscious effort so that I feel like I'm just making it and whoever likes it, likes it. So when I do that, I always freak out that nobody likes it. So when you get accepted as a part of a big roster like this, I'm always feeling humbled and, and always feeling nice and communal and like I'm part of a bigger, broader picture. And yeah, it's all good things. It's humbling.
And the timing couldn't be better. You just released your album 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
You've been waiting a long time for it. How does it feel to finally have it out?
It's very relieving, extremely relieving. It's had an overwhelming response. It's been, the critical response to it has been so much better than what I expected. And obviously when you add festivals like this on top of that and compound them together, you couldn't ask for too much more from an album being released. Maybe a couple more $1 million, that would be all right. But aside from the money, everything else has been good. The response has been good. The reviews have been good. And then you get to play to massive crowds like this. And we're on a roster of, prestigious artists. So I couldn't ask for much more. Except $1 million. $1 million.
Well, that's a longer discussion, I think.
Yeah.
About state of it. Although you did, I really enjoyed what you wrote about the physical, album and all that.
Yeah, it's something that obviously is being phased out. It's something that I guess, as newer technologies come out, tangible media is becoming cumbersome and obsolete. And for me, that's kind of sad. I completely understand, the advantages of being able to have, portable music and being able to listen to anything whenever you want. But it does lose a little bit of the beauty when you don't have that collectible thing, when it is disposable because you can't see it. And if your hard drive crashes or your computer crashes, there's all your music gone. All these, metaphorical artists that you have in your house are then disappearing. So, yeah, obviously, I think there will be a tangible element to media that sticks around. People are still buying records and going to op shop and looking at old funk and soul and wanting to get a turntable. But I think CDs and the quality of media is starting to kind of disintegrate a tiny little bit with that.
Do you think, the music industry has always worked in a very cyclical manner. There were periods in the 90s when sales were down and then it went back up again and then digital's changed things again. Could physical come back as a dominant force?
Yeah, look, anything can come back in fashion. Some of the outlandish things I see kids wearing gives me hope that anything could come back. Pickling onions and storing them in your cupboard like people from the 1890s could come back. You never know. I think tangible media will constantly fluctuate in and out of popularity as, records, vinyl sales are going up. So if vinyl can come back, surely CDs can come back. And if, hardcore kids are doing tapes and, there's always going to be that, I guess, that kind of snobbish element of I'm better than you because I have the physical copy. So I don't think it completely die, but I guess, it's definitely going to be a bit lackluster in comparison to our upbringings where we had records and we had CDs and tapes and stuff like that.
I guess the hard part of it is that we are the last generation now that grew up in a time where there was a physical change, cassettes to CD.
Well, in our lifetime, we got to see almost all mediums of music come and go, and we ushered in, assuming you're the same age as me and Gen X, Y, whatever you want to call them, if you put them together, we've watched, records being played, we've watched tapes being dubbed, we've seen CDs come in, then CDs that burn MP3s, and then MP3s turn into streaming off SoundCloud. The whole gamut has happened in our generation. So we're going to be the ones who see the disadvantages and the advantages. You know, someone who's born now, they won't even know. Hold on one second. They won't even know what an iPhone is when it interrupts an interview.